Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. I am your humble host, Jared, and I am here today to tell you about two, possibly three major gun control bills that are going to be voted on this coming week. Now when you say, well, sometimes people watch these videos weeks later, a year later. Today's date is Friday, February 22nd, 2019. So Monday would be the 25th. The week of the 25th is when these bills will be put up for vote. Two of them definitely, like I said, and a third one, there's a chance that it's going to be squeaked in as well. Now the first one is H.R. 8. You've heard me talk about it here on a video prior. I'll link it above my head. It'll float around on a card. And what H.R. 8 looks to do is not what the title says. The title is now Bipartisan Background Checks Act of 2019. What it is looking to do is to criminalize personal transactions on a private level of firearms. So what you can do in a majority of the country right now, I am a licensed gun owner. My friend is a licensed gun owner. I have a gun that I don't want anymore, or maybe I need some cash. He wants it. I can sell it to him. We're both licensed gun owners. We have already had background checks. It's good to go. This bill seeks to criminalize that, eliminate it off the map. They're also looking to get rid of gun show sales, because that's not cool. They are under a premise that, everybody at a gun show that buys a gun is an assassin or a terrorist. They're looking to get rid of those. The dangerous part of this legislation, as proposed, is that it sets the ground for a gun registration, a registry. It sets the table for a registry, even though there is a paragraph in there that says none of this information should be used as a gun registry. I don't believe them, because there's no need for this bill, because background checks already happen. Now, they have put in exemptions for, say, shooting ranges. If you want to use my gun at a range, you're okay. And for instructors, if you're taking a class, they can let you, loan a firearm to you. But there are state ones going around right now that are in consideration at the state level that don't make that exception. Now, this bill will pass the House. There is no question. In fact, there are 5 Republicans who have signed on to this. So there's your bipartisan support, I guess. The House is controlled by the Democrats. I see no bumps in the road for this. I believe this is going to fly through. Like I said, the vote is this week. Now, the second very dangerous piece of legislation for those of us who own firearms is HB 1112. I made a quick mention of this one while I was out with my son one day in Worcester. And this one is dangerous for a couple of reasons. First of all, this bill looks to do away with the current 3-day window, whereas if you go to buy a firearm at a federal firearms licensed dealer and the background check report doesn't come back from the FBI within 3 business days, that transaction is allowed to proceed. They're looking to stop that altogether, no more 3-day safety net, and they're going to push that to 10 business days, okay? 2 full weeks. And we'll get back to that in a second. So if this check is not done by the NICS, the folks that work in the NICS department of the FBI, and now under this bill, they can create any type of delay for any reason now. Oh, my pen ran out of ink. I'm going to have to delay this application. It's going to be a while. So according to this bill, if your transaction or the NICS result isn't brought back to the dealer by the end of the 10th business day, you just don't get the gun. All right? It's not allowed to happen. So you, as the individual, can petition the FBI for a second 10 business day window. Herein lies the issue. I foresee much more purchases being delayed past that first 10-day window into the second 10-day window. Why? Because according to this bill, and just basic knowledge, the NFA, as currently constituted, your NICS check, once it's complete, is good for 30 days. Well, from the beginning of the check until when it supposedly gets thrown away. 30 days, total, calendar days, okay? That's something to note. This new bill, 1112, institutes everything on a business day. So you get one 10-day waiting period, 10 business days, that's 2 weeks. And if you include your weekends, okay, let's just say they bookend each one. You go to buy a gun on a Saturday at Cabela's or something. So that 10-day stretch doesn't start until Monday. So By the end of that 10-day stretch, you're now at your 13th day. Okay, that's key to know. Then, say it's a holiday weekend, like you're going to go buy a gun on the busiest gun purchase day of the year, Black Friday. All right, now you're looking at Thursday is Thanksgiving, Friday is Black Friday, and then you get the 2 days of the weekend. So now by the end of that 10 business day stretch, including the weekends in between, you're looking at 16 calendar days right now, actually 17 when you start that Monday morning. That, you know, the Monday morning 2 weeks out in that scenario is 17 calendar days, but only 10 business days. So that doesn't, your check doesn't come back in the first stretch of 10 days. You have to petition the FBI for a second 10-day window, and they'll say, yeah, okay, we'll grant you that, no problem. However, they'll get back to you at the end of that second 10 business day stretch, and now you don't forget your weekends in between, so you're already at 17. You get a weekend sandwich in 2 full weeks. You can very easily add 12 to 14 more calendar days there, and now you're at the end of the 30-day window. Okay, so the next check in that scenario would no longer be valid. That firearm purchase cannot go through. You would have to again initiate the purchase of that gun, start this process all over again, and if they really wanted to play hardball, they could delay you again and delay you again, and hopefully for you, you get it within that 30-day calendar, the calendar day period of the next check system. So this is a backdoor at constant delays and a way to just stop the sale altogether, you know, because we're just not manned well, or your name is synonymous with somebody in this state that's a criminal, so we have to wait and check that out. And, you know, we're sorry, we just don't have a lot of people working in our office to do all this. So that's H.R. 8 and H.R. 1112. I will have links in the description to both of those. They are being brought to the floor for a full vote in the House of Representatives this coming week. Start making your phone calls. It's gonna pass the House anyway, okay? The question is, when it goes over to the Senate, what's gonna happen there? The thought is, the belief is, that it's gonna meet some resistance there, but based on what's been going on, man, I am not sure about anything anymore. I don't trust that the Senate, which is controlled by the Republicans, I don't believe that they're not in on this. So let's see what happens. I mean, make your phone calls, start spreading the news, let people know what's going on, get more and more informed people out there to start contacting people and spreading the news. I think that might be our only hope. This is not good in any way. And if you factor in this third bill that I'm going to tell you about, and I'm going to do another video just on this bill alone, this bill is called H.R. 1263. It's very possible this could be forced in this week as well. And the title for this bill is, you have to read into it, but I'll tell you exactly what it's going to do. The title is to amend the Internal Revenue Code of 1986. If you're a gun owner, 1986 should be a red flag right there. To amend the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 to subject to the requirements of the National Firearms Act any semi-automatic rifle that has the capacity to accept a detachable magazine. What does that mean? In plain layman's terms, any AR, AK, precision rifle, any rifle that has the capability of accepting a magazine, they would like to put into the NFA, which would mean you'd have to go through that whole 6-month process, pay a $200 tax stamp for each individual item. It's a cash win flow for them. They can control who can buy the guns. They can delay it for 6 months. You know, if they're not having satisfaction with this, 10 business day window check, and this will make private sales illegal under H.R. 8. This is a lot of gun control coming down the pike this week. So please, ladies and gentlemen, I beg of you to share this video, like this video, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. By liking and subscribing, you help this YouTube system where it will rank, the video will rank higher, which means other people who watch gun videos, this will show up on their stuff and they can be aware of the news as well. I know it's a lot to ask, but it takes 2 seconds. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the arrow that points to the right and share it with your friends. Put it on your Facebook, put it on wherever. This information is not out there unless you're specifically looking for it, or you got somebody like me who's a mouth spouting off. So please pass it along. I'll cut this video here. It's been a little lengthy, but until we see each other again, this is Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. We have to pay attention to what's going on right now. Be safe, everybody.